Good morning, everybody. It's Thursday morning at 7:40. I'm at work, and my building landlord, just a little bit of backstory on this box. The landlord for the building, we just happened to talk about video games one day, and she said she had an old Nintendo at home with some games, and she just wanted to get rid of it. Now, this has been in the making since like November of last year, I think was the first time we talked about it. So it is... I have no idea what's inside. I haven't opened it yet. Could be good, could be just common stuff, but you guys are going to see it for the first time with me. So sorry if I'm all bumbling about it, because... Let's go. Well, there's two systems. Kirby's Adventure. This is a secret game. No, not a secret game, but the game of the system, which I don't have, so that's nice. Let's see what else is in here. Blaster Master, not a bad one. Tengen. What's that? Pac-Man. Home Alone 2. What's that? Super Spike Volleyball. RC Pro-Am. It's Mario Duck Hunt. If I can get it back in the case, doesn't really matter. And Mario Brothers 3, of course. Tetris 2, which I don't have, which is cool. Sight Bike. Top Gun Second Mission. Oh, just dropping stuff. Lunar Pool. Super Mario 2. Big bundler. All the wires. What was that? Pinball. Punch Out. Skater Die. Zodiac's Revenge, Star Tropics 2. I don't have that one. Nice. Last game is Tengen RBI Baseball. Yeah, nothing crazy, but for free I can't complain. So yeah, nice little find that's been in the making for a while. So thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next clip soon. See that? $29.99, no wires. Seriously? $35, no wires. This is the GameCube controller.
Thanks. Oh, it's you. God damn it. I saw you in Pawtucket yesterday. I almost stopped to try to sell you stuff out of my car.
Really?
Yeah.
Where in Pawtucket?
You were near Rice Street.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
And I was trying to figure out why there was nothing in Pawtucket, and then I rolled up on your ass, and I'm like, God damn it.
What do you know that guy?
$5.
Alright.
5 is worth it.
Not long ago for Fracture. It was at Savers for like $10.
What is it, a shooter?
I don't know what it is exactly. Fairy Tale Fights. I'll take it without a case for $1.
You can come over here, you can go under the table.
As long as I give you the green shit, right?
Exactly. I don't care.
What are these? Are these just like kind of the comments?
Do you have this?
Yeah, they're commons, but these, I believe all the Super NES games are all complete.
Let me see that Madden one.
6. Well, there's a couple. Which Madden? There's like 3 of them.
I didn't see there was 3 of them.
There's plenty more Genesis Maddens.
No.
These are all spoilers. More Xbox.
I'll take them for $1. Complete. I picked that up at home.
Smooths.
Lost Planet.
It's the only one good one of the bunch.
Yeah, but it's not even worth anything.
No.
It's like $5.
Yeah. No. 10, 12. Dude, I've been seeing way too many.
Ugh, crunchy.
How much are the games?
$5.
Okay.
How much is the controller?
$5. How much are these? Those are $1 each.
don't know.
6 for $5.
Crusty.
And that was a good way to turn them games because I wouldn't have thought of it.
What's that?
Don't this and this go together though?
No.
No, that's
for
Xbox. This would actually go with probably this.
No.
Yeah.
I just had a bunch of remotes and some kid came and bought them.
Huh.
Actually, he bought one and then he came back and bought the other.
How much without a case?
Probably $3. Want a bag?
Please.
Just
I got my
it's a
bag.
little sturdy.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You know, well, these tags ain't like flimsy, you know.
I appreciate it.
Like 20-something games. I was super psyched. I only paid $10. They had like 20 games that were all very Kate Nasty.
That's a sick collection, though.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, sweet.
Oh, jeez.
You got the balls to fucking.
Need for Speed Carbon? You don't really do Xbox, though,
No
right?
Xbox.
What? Some expensive games in the Xbox collection.
There's a couple. I passed up an Xbox lot yesterday at a yard sale for $50 because the best 3 games were missing. Empty cases.
Still dying to buy Metal Wolf Chaos.
This is legitimate.
Yeah.
A good
But I'm
game.
not paying $150.
Yeah, right?
Maybe one more.
I don't know.
What did you say? 3 for $5?
$2 a piece or 3 for $5 on any of the games.
Okay, I'll just pick me a few more up.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Oh, you could get that one with it.
Ooh, it's tempting. It's tempting. You didn't want that Need for Speed? Or the Jet Moto?
What about the Need for Speed? If I find the game, I don't have the box.
What's that?
I only found the box for Need for Speed, otherwise I would have grabbed that.
Yeah.
It's a
Oh, there you
hot
go.
pursuit.
I wonder.
Is this her?
Yeah.
There's Needle 2. Twisted Metal 2.
Nice. I $20 ish. There's nothing inside it.
Are they marked?
No.
What do you think she's gonna say?
Doing
Joe,
good.
what's going on?
Good, good.
How much are the games?
Depends.
Yeah.
So those I'll go $20 each,
Okay.
and that one will be 20.
Okay.
They're different.
Yeah.
What'd you say this was?
Blu-rays are $3.
Alright, cool.
Cabin in the Woods. Cool.
What are you getting on the Hyperkin there?
This thing over here, $5.
$5?
Yeah. Yeah, let's go to control.
What's that? Oh, I don't have that one.
I don't know what it is.
No, I won't take it though.
Was there a res? Yeah.
I gotta see how much they are first.
Yeah. What's
You-
this?
They're gonna be expensive. I have a weird feeling. What the hell is that? Don't do it. Fuck you, I've been looking. I have a feeling though.
Yeah, me too.
We're gonna put all those back. Is this?
Complete.
Fuck you. I've literally been looking for this forever. You don't even know.
I'm sorry.
Are those empty cases? Or are those? Can I take a look at those?
More empty. Dude.
What? You know I have this weird obsession
I know,
recently with
empty
empty
cases.
cases.
I have no idea. No, that's not, I already see 3 decent ones.
These are the better ones. The Kirby Dreamland one's really nice.
Yeah, you got fucking this.
I have this at home.
You see the NES games too? Block
Oh,
NES
man.
games?
Bayou Billy. Oh yeah.
Those are.
Going the blonde one make this as like nostalgic. It feels like you got it at a rental store.
Well, these are all
Sealed.
like done the right way. Yeah. Each one looks like that.
Oh, that's actually here.
But it's scratched.
Is it bad?
Yeah. Unrepairable.
Oh, it's cracked.
Correct.
Oh, that's sad.
Get some super glue. Get that.
Yeah, I know. It came with the Dreamcast when I bought it, and I was like, yeah, score! And then I like looked at it when I got home.
Like, no.
What's up, guys? How much?
Yeah, that one's pretty badass. I got the game at home.
I think I have the game at home.
You just got it.
I want to get the game. I don't have it at home.
Really?
It's pretty common.
Yeah.
Thing is, I don't.
It's a nice box.
It is.
What do you got on that one?
Nice box guy.
Nice box.
I can't even say that with a straight face. Oh wow.
Yeah. It's got the plastic.
I think I have the manual too. I'm trying to think if I have that one or if I have another one.
I want to ask more, but I paid $12.
How much?
$12.
I just don't know if I 100% have it or not.
You're not buying it, I am, sir.
Or I do.
Hey guys, what's going on? It's Monday evening. I know usually my videos come out on Monday, but I was so busy when I got home yesterday from going to the flea markets. We got home at 1. I went to a party from my softball team. Didn't get home till like 6, and then had dinner with the wife and fell asleep on the couch. So it happens sometimes. Tired, it is what it is. So this is going to be a day late. I'm sorry for those of you that look forward to it on Mondays. I like putting it out on Mondays and trying to be consistent, but you know, it is what it is. So we're just going to dive right in. I know some of the stuff obviously I got on video, some of it I don't. This lot here, I already went through it with you guys. So you saw it at the very beginning. I don't need to go through it all again. But that was the Nintendo lot I got at the beginning. You know, one Nintendo, there's 2 Nintendos. The Nintendo without the cover doesn't even take power. I tested them. They both have the one that does work has a red blinking light. So at some point in time I'm going to have to try to fix that guy, which will be nice because then I can move that and get more money. The other one doesn't even, the red light doesn't even come out at all for the power. So I think that one's straight up dead. Maybe I'll use it for parts. Maybe I'll just sell that with that broken Super Nintendo I have and just sell it for parts. The best games in the lot, if I remember right, there was Punch-Out, the non-Mike Tyson version. Kirby's Adventure was inside the Nintendo with a very clean label. These all have really nice labels, by the way. Zodiac's Revenge and Blaster Master. Nothing super crazy as far as games go. Obviously, Kirby's Adventure is the best one, and I didn't have that, so it's going to be nice to add that to the collection. Zodiac's Revenge will be nice too, because I've always looked at it but never picked it up. The rest of them are just your normal, like I got Mario 1, 2, and 3, you know, some other, you know, Excite Bike, stuff like that. Nothing crazy. That lot was given to me for free. Really nice lady. I've known her for a while. She's the manager to the building at my work. So we've been talking about it. I think we initially talked about it back in like November. Just kind of came up in conversation, and she told me she had it, And she's like, when I come back here, you know, I'll bring it to you. I was going to donate it to Salvation Army, but if you'd rather have it, cool. So she just wanted to double check with her kids that they didn't want it. I was like, that's fine. So, mind you, November, we're in almost September. So we're talking almost a year ago, obviously. And, you know, it's cool because it was free. I wasn't in a rush to get it. Obviously, I was running through my head every once in a while, what's in that lot, what's in that lot. Nothing crazy, but some games I didn't have would be nice to add to the collection. So I appreciated it very much, and she knew that. And she's like, there's one stipulation. I don't want it back. So that's cool. I have some stuff there. I'll just bundle it together and send it away. Moved on to a couple days in the week. Savers was pretty dry. I think Grant found a couple things first thing in the morning. Just a couple PS2 games, nothing super crazy, but you know, some nice titles. I think Thing was the best one. I went after work one day, well, as I go every day, and I found this guy sitting there just on the shelf, brand new in the package, $9.99, and then it ended up being 50% off because the department it was in was just 50% off that day. It is very dusty, so this has been sitting somewhere for a while. I should have cleaned it off, but I didn't. Brand new Nintendo GameCube controller in the package. There's a little split here that doesn't really affect it, and there's one there in the same exact spot, so I wonder if it was bundled or something. Aside from it being dusty, I mean, it's really nice. I'd almost be, if I needed a controller, I'd be tempted to open it and use it because I paid $5 for it. But I have somebody who wants it and wants to trade me for it, so it's going to stay in the package. I'd probably sell it off anyways, to be honest with you, because it's hard for me to open retro stuff. I know GameCube's not super retro, not even really considered retro, I think, because it's, what is this, 2001, right? Yeah, 2001, so that's 17 years ago. But still, really kind of cool find that was just sitting there, not like it was hidden or anything. Fast forward to Saturday, I went out yard sailing. I debated on going out because around here it's towards the end of the season, so it's less and less. It's hard to follow signs because people aren't taking their signs down, so I can't really freestyle the way I like to, because usually I'll look at like one or two for video games and then I'll just freestyle from there, which I kind of did anyways. I basically looked up on my app and just kind of followed them in the area of the dots, and I looked at signs, I turned down streets. I hit up, I think, like 10 yard sales. I passed up an Xbox 360 for like $50. I passed up an original Xbox for $50 with like 15 games. I was close to buying it. They kept telling me to make them an offer, but I really didn't want to, because the best game, which was Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront 2, was missing. The case was there, but the game wasn't. It could have been in the system. I could have taken the chance on it, but I've got another Xbox I need to get rid of, so I didn't really want to fight with it and hope that it was in the system. So I left it behind. I'm sure somebody probably picked it up and enjoyed it. Maybe it was a reseller, but who knows. But I went to a couple other ones. The first one I picked up a game at, and as I'm standing there asking the lady for games, I was there probably about 10-15 minutes early, and I asked her if it was alright to come in. She's like, yeah, come on over. So she's like, I'll just be bringing stuff in and out. I'm like, no problem. She asked what I wanted. I said video games. So she's like, well, I have these. It was a bunch of Wii games, and she's like, my son just traded a bunch into GameStop, the better stuff, and I was like, oh crap, because they just did the cash same as trade. So I mean, the kid probably made out pretty well. Good for him. If he had some of the, you know, the normal Wii titles like Mario Kart, Mario Brothers, stuff like that, you know, Smash. So I only grabbed one game, gave her $1 for it, because it's missing the manual, and I don't think it's really worth anything. But I used to love the cartoon with my wife as Batman the Brave and the Bold. So as I'm standing there talking to her about the games, this woman comes up, who's old enough to be probably my grandmother, and just like butts right in the conversation. She goes, do you have any DS stuff? Do you have any GameCube stuff? And she's trying to like dig in the bucket as I'm looking, and I'm just like, excuse me. And the woman looks at it like, no. She's like, but he was here first. And I mean, the rest of the games, there was nothing special there. There was like Where's Waldo, there was you know, a bunch of racing games, Nerf games, stuff like that, like kids games, you know, the shovelware. So I said, here, have at it. Grabbed that one game and left. Moved on. I just kind of started freestyling, and I went down one road, and I ran into this this one that was really cool, and I was a couple minutes late for getting some cool toys, which I'll explain in my toy hunting video. But they had a bunch of Xbox 360 games, some decent stuff, but it was all $5 a piece and nothing I really felt like paying $5 for. I did grab this for $5. It's not really worth $5, unfortunately, because I was kind of trying to go off the top of my head which one of these was the good one, and this unfortunately is not. So I'll just be thrown in with the system probably. Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Darkness. It's like a it's probably like a $7 or $8 game, to be honest with you. So paying $5 for it wasn't really that great. So after that sale, I left. I got a bunch of toys. I got that. I just kind of started freestyling, hitting everything up. I hit up both Savers. On my way home from Savers, I drove by a sale for, it was animals. It was like proceeds were going to animals, and I'm cool with that. I love animals. So walking around, I asked if they had any video game stuff, because they didn't really know what they had. It was just all donation stuff. She's like, well, if we have anything like that, it's going to be down with the movies, DVDs, stuff like that. So I'm like, all right. So I walk down, and the first thing I see is this. Which, I mean, I don't really collect computer games, but this, I believe, was only on the PC, and it's something I've wanted for a while, and it had a $1 price tag on it. So I snatched it up right away, and I was really excited to find it. It's all there. It's complete. I don't know if it needs a key code. I haven't really looked through it that much. But either way, this is going to go in my collection. If I ever get a chance to play it on the PC, I will. Because, I mean, it's a newer PC game. I think it's 2000, so it's 18 years old. But still, I love the fact that it's, look at the price tag on it, from CompUSA, which is no longer in existence. The box is a little beat up, but it's still cool to find the big box version of that. There was another computer game for $1. This one I didn't know anything about, but for $1 I figured I'd grab it. It is for sale or trade if anybody's interested. There's a couple stab marks on the side I didn't notice till just now, but whatever. Is the Lords of Magic Special Edition big box. I know nothing about computer games, to tell you the truth. I mean, I've played them. I played them when I was a kid. You know, Doom, Wolfenstein, Starjammer, Spelljammer, whatever it was a game I liked. But I haven't really played them, you know, I got into the systems and those kind of went away. So if anybody's interested in the second one, let me know. Moving on, I think that was it for the day for video games. It was not really much around. Savers didn't really have anything. Well, I'm sorry, Savers had their normal schlock, their normal, you know, fluff, whatever junk that was there. So I moved on, found nothing else, went home, did some stuff, went to work. Woke up the next morning, we went to Seekonk, Grafton, and Raynham. Seekonk we ran through, and overall it was a pretty good day for finding video game stuff. There was video game stuff everywhere. It was just a matter if you want to pay prices for it. The other video game hunters we know found stuff. The one thing that Grant's like, you don't even want to see what that guy had. One guy grabbed a Game Boy Advance, SP, we don't know what version it was, 2 Nintendo 64 games, and he paid $6 for it, so he paid $2 a piece. I think one of the 64 games was junk, so it is what it is. You know what, everybody finds stuff. That's the best part about it, because those of us that run around, look for stuff, we miss stuff. Other people dig through bins like Grant and I like to, and we find stuff. Another guy said he supposedly found a Sega Saturn for $10. I don't know how true that is, because I didn't see him with it. He could have put it in his car, but who knows. So anyway, we went over to another guy that I bought from a few times. I grabbed a few boxed games and one loose disc game. The loose disc game is from my PS3 collection. I only picked it up because it was $1. Otherwise I wouldn't have grabbed it, because I'm not a huge fan of loose disc stuff. This one is the Fairy Tale Fights. It's obviously just a little paper cover that's on it. We got that for $1. It's not something I've really seen before, so I figured I'd grab it for $1. It didn't matter. I grabbed 3 box Super Nintendo games for $1 each. Basically, I grabbed them for the inserts to use for other games that don't have them. Because once you see these, you'll understand why. I grabbed John Madden Football. What is this, 92? The first one. And I believe these are all complete, actually. John Madden Football 93. And you'll like this theme. Madden 96. So grabbed those for $1 a piece. Like I said, basically to cannibalize the insides. But I mean, even sports games and Super Nintendo at $1 a piece complete, that's worth it. So that was a cool find. Another find I got right in front of Grant. He looked right at it and didn't pick it up. But I gave him the other thing that was sitting there, which was a GameCube controller for $5, and I got this for $5. Last I knew, it traded in for 14 at GameStop. So that's probably where this guy will go, because it's in a promotional case as opposed to the actual case. Is Pokemon Battle Revolution on the Wii. I don't know if it's worth as much as it used to be. The game is in, I'd say it's in okay condition. It's in a little better than okay. It's got some surface wear, but doesn't look like any scratching or anything. If I clean it up, it might come off. So I got that for $5. It was a cool deal. I knew it was worth it, so I paid it. Then these next lot of games I got all off the same guy, which was really cool. He had a ton of stuff. We were looking at it early and then decided, you know, it was low-end stuff, so we'd go look for the good stuff and come back. And we did. We found stuff. I found stuff I wanted for my collection. I grabbed another boxed Super Nintendo game for, basically, I think it came out to, it was like three for $5. However, it worked out that way. So, do the math. International Soccer. What is that? No. Yeah, World League Soccer. I'm sorry. This is complete, again, for like $1.50. Why not? I grabbed this. I already have this in my collection, but I didn't have the case, so I couldn't find another game, so I just basically grabbed this one. City Crisis. It's not something I see often either, to tell you the truth, so I grabbed it. I know it's a cheap game, but I just grabbed it for the collection. I grabbed 2 PS3 games. What is it? Binary Domain? Domain. No manual, but, you know, I like to collect with a PS3, so I don't know if I have this. If I do, it'll just go in the trade pile. The Walking Dead Survival Instinct, the one where you play as Daryl. It's like the prelude before he meets everybody in season 1. And then I grabbed these only because they were cheap, and I've looked at them before in other places on a few of them. But PS1 games, you know, I'm a sucker for PS1 stuff, so for as cheap as they were, I didn't really care. I got Marble Master. What am I stacking these? What is this? Eliminator with the Final Notice sticker. I don't know what that's for. I've looked at this one a few times just because it's not something I'd say I see very often, but I think I've seen it more than I haven't. Is Warriors of Might and Magic. I've never seen this one before at all, to be honest with you. Is Gubble. I think that's how you say it. And then this one's kind of, I like these Tiny Toons games. I don't know why. They were just fun. Is Tiny Toon Adventures Plucky's Big Adventure. And this is the best one out of the lot. Actually, I think it retails for like $10, so not an expensive game, but it was cool to find with all the other stuff. Is Ace Combat 3 Electrosphere. So, like I said, they're all complete. They're all in pretty good condition. So that was a nice find. That was pretty much it for Seekonk. We tried to go through a little quicker than usual because we were going up to Grafton and then we were going to Raynham, so we didn't want to spend too much time because we knew travel time was going to take a toll too. So we went up to Grafton. We got there around 9 o'clock, which wasn't bad. There was a ton of people there. There was an okay amount of vendors. We saw our usual people. We saw this one person that's close to us that likes to sell stuff above eBay. We knew right away when we looked at stuff, but asked her anyway because we're glutton for punishment. I don't know if I got video of it. If I did, I'll show it, or you would have already seen it. She had a bunch of DS games, and I picked up a Pokemon game, I think it was Diamond, and Mario Kart, and asked how much. She said $20 a piece. Now, if you guys watched my video about paying retail at flea markets and stuff, you'll know how I feel about that. And I don't know, we went back towards the end right before we left, and it was all still there. So, you know, to each their own. Then we walked around, didn't find anything else really, and we went into the inside, and we walked by this one place we've been to every time we've been there. And Grant, some guy starts going, everything's 20% off, 30% off, whatever. So Grant's like, you got any video games? And the guy goes, no, but the guy across from me does. So we turn around, and there's these stacks of Xbox, PS2, a PS1, and basically Grant just starts grabbing. I just start grabbing. I literally just grabbed a stack of PS1 stuff, and I grabbed. These are the games I got out of the stack. I didn't know what some of them were, but a couple of them I did. Grant got some good stuff too, and one of them I was kind of upset that he got, which was Parasite Eve. But it is what it is. And I got Legacy of Kain, Soul Reaver. I'm pretty sure that's a double for me, so I will see which one's better and put the other one in for trade or sale. This one I've seen before. I know it's not really worth anything, but I've only seen it one other time, and it was just an empty case, so I now have the complete game. Eternal Eyes. I don't really even know anything about it. Wild 9. I know that's like not a very expensive game either. This one, I don't have this version, although I do have this game, so I don't know if I'm going to keep this one or get rid of this one, is Resident Evil Director's Cut Greatest Hits. And the best game out of the lot, which was really cool to find, I've never seen this before, I didn't actually know its value at the time when I grabbed it, is Jackie Chan's Stuntmaster. I knew it was uncommon at least, because it's not something I've ever seen, like really even at like retro stores and stuff. So that was kind of a cool find for the collection. Then I grabbed this. I remember seeing this somewhere before, and I think I thought it was something else, but it was still kind of a cool find, and it's something I definitely want to keep in the collection. Is the Nightmare of, I'm gonna hack this part, Dragua, I don't know. But grab that. I swear I've seen it before somewhere, but I didn't know. I got this one. It's missing the manual, unfortunately, but that's fine. Is Champions of Norath. Grant found the second one. And then this one I grabbed out of the pile, and then I realized it was an Atlas title, which was cool. So I was very excited to add grab and add another Atlas title in my collection. This one's Wizardry, Tale of Forsaken Land. So I got that. And when we went to go check out with the guy to find out how much it was going to be, he had a stack of Super Nintendo stuff, so I asked to see that, and I grabbed this and added it to my stack. Is Cutthroat Island, and I got that entire stack for I think 35 bucks. So good deal. It's what he offered. I tried to do 30, but you know what? Negotiation is negotiation. But I actually think I had said 30 before I added this on, so he said, well, we'll do 35, and I'm like, yeah, that's fine, that's fair. So happy with that stack, adding almost all of those to my collection. So that doesn't happen very often, where I add most of the stuff to my collection. But that was pretty much it for Grafton. We went from there to Raynham, because Grant had some stuff he wanted to sell. I didn't have anything with me that I wanted to sell. Walking around, I was like, Grant, I'm not going to buy anything. I don't want to spend any more money. Oh, wait, I did find one other thing in Grafton. I'm sorry. I found this in Grafton. We were walking around. A guy was pulling out wires, and I saw him pull this out of a box. This does have all the wires and the 2 controllers with it. I haven't tested it yet. I do have one, so this will probably either be a contest item eventually, or I might bundle some games with it just to move it. I mean, it's a cool little item, and I like mine. It runs the games really well. It is a Hyperkin. It's just the one for the Nintendo version. They're really cheap. I think they retail on Amazon for like 15 or 20 bucks. Maybe a little bit more, but I know I got mine complete with the box for like 8 bucks. So not very expensive, just kind of a cool little thing, you know, like a nice thing to plug your games into if you either don't have an original Nintendo or you keep yours in your box or something like that. So anyways, fast forward to Raynham. We go to Raynham, walking around, find the usual, you know, stuff that we don't want to pay for, the expensive stuff, the same stuff that's been there a million years. Walking around, I see a guy with a bunch of DVDs and video games, looking through the video games. Nothing I really wanted that was worth my time or money. And he had this sitting on the table. And I like grabbing controllers at any point in time because they're always nice to have, and they trade in usually pretty well at GameStop. And I asked the guy how much. He goes, give me $2. I'm like, all right, $2, that's fair. And then I realized, I didn't know if this was a skin on it, but then I looked into it a little bit and found out it's a GameStop exclusive controller. Is this Xbox 360 controller. It's got like a Biohazard symbol on it, which is really cool. Some say it's for when Fallout 3 came out. Not 100% sure how true that is, but either way, I'm going to keep it as the controller I use, which is really cool. Walking around, again, like I said, I wasn't really planning on buying anything. Excuse me, guys, sorry. I grabbed this off of guy Adam, who Grant was selling a bunch of stuff to. He gave it to me for $10. Is Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, the Ultimate Evil Edition. I've looked at this multiple times. It's not something I have ever played, but I do like stuff from Blizzard, and I wanted to give it a try. People always say that they really like Diablo as a game, so I grabbed that, and for $10 that was a good deal, because I think at GameStop it still goes for like $30, brand new, well, used, I think it still goes for $30. Then, again, walking around, talking to another guy that we've become pretty friendly with, that's a video game vendor. I believe his store is, I'm trying to think of it, is Level Up Games or something like that. Really cool guy. I know he watches my videos. I'm sorry if I got your name wrong on your store, but you know we appreciate you. He gave me an awesome deal on this box, which completed mine, which is cool. There's a little scratch on the front, but I don't really care. It's really cool. The box itself is really mint, and now mine is complete. Slowly but surely I completed it. I didn't even mean to, it just kind of happened. Grant said if I didn't buy it, he was going to buy it, so I grabbed it. It's Kirby's Dream Land box. So now mine's complete, which is really cool. Nice game to complete. And that was it, boys and girls. Nothing else. So there was some cool stuff this week, and some nice uncommon PS1 stuff to find. I've got a ton of toy stuff to show off, so make sure you watch my toy hunting video. I know I'm a day behind in this, so I'm going to get this out for Tuesday. It is almost 8 o'clock, so I got to burn through this because I just spent 25 minutes on a recap. So this is going to be a long video, boys and girls. I am very sorry. If you made it this far, thank you very much. And I don't have a contest this week. I'm sorry, guys. I am so far behind on my last 3 contest winners, which, guys, I'm very sorry on. I will make it up. I think I'm going to try to do a bigger contest when I hit 3,500 subscribers. I know I'm pretty close. I think I'm off by about 200, because as of today I was just under 3,300, which is really awesome, because I didn't think I was going to make it this far or this long. I'm having fun doing it. Me and Grant love going out every weekend, getting up at the crack ass of dawn and going out and finding video games and toys and all sorts of cool stuff, meeting cool people. But anyway, so I don't ramble too long on this video and make this too much longer. Thanks for watching, guys. If you see anything you like, as always, let me know, because there's not a whole lot I'm super attached to, but the PS1 stuff I definitely probably got to keep, and the PS2 stuff I'm probably a little closer to attached to. But it is what it is. If you see anything you like, let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, share. Check out my Instagram and my Facebook page if you want to get in touch with me. Either of those 2 ways are the best way to do it. And check out my eBay, which has been terrible lately, but I have sold a couple things. And I've listed a couple things lately, so I'm trying to get more stuff up. That's kind of a goal this week, as I say every week. But yeah, so thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you on the next one. Peace out.